Okay, so hello everyone. Thanks for coming today. Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks for coming today. Yeah, I think Sang is not joining today this session. So, but like anyway, I want to say thank you to him because like he's provide some insights of how should we use cursor rules in the proper way, like how we can debug the cursor rules, and that's a pretty cool thing. Today I want to present about a tool calling like Taskmaster. This is from Anthropic, Claude. It's like they call their tool is like your AI personal PM. So yeah, just a few contexts that like while doing this speaking, I think I'm creating some incident in production, and thanks to Kevin is fixing it. Yeah, so I can talk with you guys. So thanks. Okay, so actually, first of all, I want to talk about my company. So I want to talk about AlphaSense, and we are in here in Helsinki office of AlphaSense. So AlphaSense is a company about like doing market intelligence, business intelligence, financial intelligence, whatever you call. It's like providing a research platform. And the special thing about AlphaSense is that like we have, or actually the strongest point of AlphaSense in business is that like we have like a lot of like premium financial business documents, and our platform provide a unified research workflow, integrate all like the research process for investment bankers like funds and all those guys, or like even like individual like investor to research about the market, research about the finance stuff. Yeah, and of course, like this is AI trend, so we also provide some AI power insights using Gen AI to provide like most real-time insights that ground the most important decision in reliable expertise. Because like we have like millions of premium documents about financial, right? So like our insights from Gen AI is gonna be pretty great. Yeah, of course, I understand also use the most advanced AI models like Claude 4, O3, Quen 3, whatever the most the strongest model we're using it, and focus on very high quality content. So that's about my company, and okay, a little bit about myself. So as you can see, I'm a big CR7 fan. I'm a software engineer to level 2 in AlphaSense, and I'm working in the Team Zen Search. So in Team Zen Search, we are providing AI research tool as a chat interface, like here, and we have like a couple of features like deep research. I'm sure you guys have heard about deep research from Gemini or Perplexity. We have deep research. We can generate a very long reports of like, I don't know, tens of page, but long report about financial. It's like a financial analysis. And we have Think Longer. It's just like light version of deep research, and also like normal chat with Gen AI stuff. Yeah, and I love, as most of people in here, I guess. So I love building AI agents, AI tools. And I also like use them pretty obsessively too. So like basically every day in every task. My relationship with vibe coding is like love and hate. Love because like it's increased my productivity quite a lot, and I love it. But hate is that like it's still one of the most interesting point of the job is coding. So it steal it from me. So that's quite sucks. Yeah. Okay. So actually, let's continue with the main session today about cursor and about what I'm about to introduce. So first of all, I want to talk about the cursor common issues. So I'm pretty sure like first thing is about loss of context. So probably in long conversations, the AI, the agent that we have like might forget what we already prompt in the initial phase of the conversation. So it can lead to like inconsistent and off-track suggestions. So one example is that like I usually ask the agent in the cursor to write me unit tests and run the test after the change. And for the initial message is also like do exactly what I did. What I asked for is like running the test in the terminal to make sure everything is green. But like then when the conversation is getting long and it's just forget running the test, so that's quite messed up. And another thing is that like it creates messier code output. Without clear plan, AI can produce like inefficient, incorrect like code that might require a pretty heavy manual cleanup. So for me, like my experience of using Cursor is that like it's actually produce too much code than it should. So basically, of course, we all think about we all heard about clear code and things like that. It actually quite sometimes produce quite a clear code, but like I also think the good code is also the lean code. Also it should be like working, should be scalable, and it should be also simple and pretty like a short, straightforward code. And Cursor cannot do that actually right now. So another common issues. So clarification loops is I'm sure like everybody using AI tools for coding also like already experienced that like we need to re-explain or like keep saying that like can you fix this and can you fix this, it's not being fixed, so can you fix again or something like that. Not like the meme here, like still broken for the 15th time. So yeah, I faced that like problem quite multiple times now. So I really had that is a head thing about the Cursor, using Cursor. And also like over reliance. So some developers might rely too heavily on the AI generated code without like proper breaking down or actually proper checking the code, and it can introduce some bugs or tech debt and future debugging pretty hard. Like yeah, okay. So today I want to introduce a tool called Taskmaster. So what is this tool? So this is like the the UI of the website of the tool. So it core itself is like Taskmaster is your AI's personal project manager, organize, research, expand, something else. So like it's like a task breakdown man. And the core value is, of course, it's break down large and complex software development projects into smaller and manageable tasks. It's like a PM, live inside your code editor. So no need to keep PM anymore. Actually, we still need, yeah. I just kidding. So keeping your AI code assistant focused and on track. And it turns, so that's one pretty cool features that like, it can turn your PRD, which is like a product requirement document. So like that is the document that the product manager usually write, like a PRD, and it can break down the PRD into structure tasks into a file like we call like tasks.json file, like very clear shared roadmap. It also, and this file is also like serve as a shared brain or knowledge like between developer and the AI. So it seems like we have like normally when you interact with AI, you need to like explain the like context of the project and of like the task. What are you doing? Something like that. But in task JSON file, it's like already there. The context is already there, and then we can just like interact with it. Like it already know what we are about to say. So yeah, and actually why is that? Then I want to probably later, but. Yeah, so quick about like the tools that a Taskmaster provides. There's some pretty like simple tools like initialize a project. So set up Taskmaster into project, and parse the PRD is the thing that I already said about like breaking down the PRD into tasks, and also like some tools related to get task, next task, something like that. Then set task status, something like that. It's actually not only available for MCP tools only. It's also like they Taskmaster also they provide some command to do this job thing. So it's about task management tools. So Taskmaster beside the tools that they provide, like another important thing that I think is like a crucial part of the tool is that like the cursor rules that they provide. So what they provide in the cursor rules. So for example, like first one is like Okay, dev workflow basically is provide like it teach the cursor like how to it tell the cursor like it should follow tasks one by one and keep everything on track. And after it finalize the task, like it should have like create some tests. Like it can write unit tests or it can write a test file like some running some function or something like that in order to test. And the next thing is like the rules about the documentation of the tools of the taskmaster. So as you can imagine right now, so with the tools and the documents of the tools, it's actually taskmaster is actually like forcing the cursor agent to follow like what taskmaster designed. So it's kind of like forcing the agent to like use the cursor, the taskmaster tools, do the taskmaster tasks, and something like that. So like it's kind of like keep the with the tools and the rules. It's kind of like trying to keep the cursor agent on track, like on the task, be services specific, working on the task, something like that. Yeah. So okay, I want to talk about two more rules that they are creating. So it's actually quite a cool concept here. It's that like self-improve rules and also like cursor rules template is that standardized. So self-improve is actually like update the rules itself. So last speaker saying about like we are designing the tool, something like that. But like self-improve is like it actually like when the project keep going and it's think that like the tool is quite outdated, and then it can like go to the file. It's just a file, and cursor agent can edit the file, so it can update the rule itself in order to like being like quite revolution, something like that. And also like because of it can be updated itself, and this one is actually provides the standards of the rules, so it can update itself but like still have some standards for that. So like it's like growing, self-improving, something like that. The thing that like what makes a human great is probably self-improvement. I don't know.
Can self-improve, update self-improve.
Update self-improve. Okay. I don't know. I actually never seeing it update self-improve, but like yeah. But anyway, it's actually a cool concept. I don't know how, because like this is quite a new tool, and I just use it a couple times, 3 times, I guess. So I don't know how efficient is that, but like let's think about the concept of like the agent improving itself. So it's I think it's quite cool concept, and we can actually apply that to other things, not only in the case cursor.
Yeah.
Okay.
One question in this session, well, possible. Is it like does like the task manager and cursor agent they talk to each other all the time throughout?
So okay, yeah. Sorry for interrupt. Okay. Is that?
No, it's fine. Sorry. Keep on.
Okay. So taskmaster is not an agent. So we only have one agent here, which is like cursor agent. Taskmaster is just a tool. That tool will provide some commands or some MCP tools and some cursor rules. So these two things making the cursor agent follow like the cursor rules as a system prompt, and the tools is like these two things making the cursor agent to have to use the tools, have to read the rules, and have to follow the track, because the track is defined like in this cursor rules. It's saying a very like critical things that like in the rules that like please follow the track of the tasks. So it's not like two agents talking to each other, but like only one agent. But like imagine you are like a character in the game, and then you have like more items in your body, something like that, like an armor or like a sword, new sword, something like that. It's just equip, or I have no idea in English.
Right. Just like a tool set for like rules to provide more context for the cursor, isn't it?
Can you say again?
I mean that it's just something like providing more tools, more rules for the.
Yes.
The
So it's only about like providing more tools and more rules for the cursor, and tools and tools and that rules is about like enforcing the cursor agent to follow the track, doing the task properly, doing this task, do the next task, something like that. It's like turning the agent to like a software engineer, something like that. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
So whenever like throughout the project, let's say you have to change the tools, and then you have to like because as a project manager, right, you have to know like whether you have to go back a step or you have to change the plan or something like that. So do you interact with like the task manager, and then the task manager updates kind of like these rules for cursor, or how does it go?
I don't know. I think to answer your question, why don't we do the demo?
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
I mean, I still don't have the answer to your question. But okay, so what I'm doing.
Who is her?
Don't link your inbox.
I'm kind of scared to do that. Okay, so actually, like I already have a project, just a side personal project in order to using the tool to build a project, and it looks quite good. But I will redo that project from scratch, and we will do like let the cursor do task 1, 2, 3, something like that for initial phase, and then I will show the final phase of the project.
Could you zoom a bit?
It's quite small.
Okay. I don't know how to zoom, to be honest.
Command plus.
I'm doing it.
Command plus.
Command shift.
Okay. Okay, so I'm two. So I already like built financial agent demo 1, but now I will show you guys like financial agent demo 2. So basically, like I redo the AlphaSense product, something like that.
Was that how you get into AlphaSense?
Yes, that's how I get into AlphaSense. I built the same thing that they did. Okay, so okay, so it's an MTO project. I will prompt something. Can you use?
Yeah, maybe zoom that in.
Okay, let me try. Okay, can you use task master to init a project here? So let's see what. Because okay, so I already introduced a bit, like I already add.
MCP.
Yeah, the MCP. Yes, the MCP thing. Yeah, I already add the MCP thing here. Where's it? Taskmaster AI. They have like 23 tools available, something like that. Okay, so.
Is this a local one, or is it gonna connect to some servers?
Okay, you can see. No, it's a local one. It's a local one. Yeah, so don't worry. It's not leaking the company data. Some tricky question from staff engineer from the company is like you should be worried. Okay, so as you can see. Yeah, so it's already run the init command, so I can show you guys a bit. Task master GitHub. So there's some couple commands. This is like how we add the MCP. Of course, the task master will have some. We need to connect to some agent in order to do some task breakdown, something like that. Where's init project? Okay, it also like saying that like in your editor AI channel, please.
So when this taskmaster doing this task breakdown, where did it send the project details to? Because that will also lead the company data.
Lord. Okay. So what it does, it's calling the MCP tool in initialize project. Basically the same with the command taskmaster init. Okay. I don't care about what it's saying next. So right now I can, one thing I can say is that like, so this is like an example PRD. So what I can do is here is that like, can you build me a PRD in the folder? I will copy this folder here based on the template of the product is about building financial what? Agent with both and financial AI agent using React LangChain. I don't know. Cool. So let's see how it goes. So I'm using Claude for Sonnet, which is actually quite okay. It's building the PRD based on this. So this context, this template is like quite in XML structure or type or whatever. So which is quite, and also Markdown, which is quite friendly for LLM to read and understand. As you can see, like it has like context tag here. Looks similar to Java, HTML, but it's not. Okay, yeah. So it's generating PRD. But actually, I don't like that PRD. I will use my old PRD from. Okay. Yeah, I just want to show that like it can generate a PRD based on the template because they provide the template of the PRD. And okay, so this is a project that I already use Taskmaster to build, and it's actually quite okay now. And I will, where is it? Again, front end script. Okay, script. I will copy this PRD, and I will put in here. So okay. I will code new conversation last using this PRD.text using Taskmaster tool to break down this down into tasks. Okay, let's see how it goes. Of course, I can use what it called. I can use command line. Yes, I can use command line. But like who use command line now, right? Yeah, we can use we can use like English.
Who's not using? That's a better question.
Okay, so it's actually quite stupid. Okay, so what it's doing? Okay, so it's calling parse PRD MCP tool. This one is similar to where is it? Parse. Yeah, here, this command here. So like similar. So like basically, Taskmaster provide MCP tools and also command, and they do the same job actually. So it will take a while. It should. So this task folder, we should have like a list of tasks in this task folder, or we can take a look at the rules that they provide. Like we can check this self-improve rules. Why it takes so long? Successfully generate 12 tasks. Okay, so it's calling get task. Let's see what we have in get task. If you don't attend the meeting, the TechTalk about like MCP that Luke already said, but like it's calling the MCP tool. You for some context. Yeah. So okay, it's calling get task. It has some tasks. So excellent, nice. Let's check the task folder. Okay, we have 12 tasks here. Okay. So the first task is about like set up React front-end project, implement custom chat, something like that, set up Express backend, planning step with Gemini, install LangChain, integrate Perplexity for searching, something like that. Okay. So I will ask one more questions. Can you check what tasks have the more complexity? Can we break them down into tasks. So it can be able to break the one task down to like subtasks. So it can be like more structure and like less error. So imagine like if you asking the agent just one prompt, like doing this project or like doing this feature, doing the whole code base, something like that, it will like create quite a messy thing, and it can have like a lot of errors. But like if you think about the idea of like asking the model to break down the tasks and do the tasks one by one, it will have like, I think of course, I experienced quite a lot, and it will have like way more efficient result. And yes, as you can see, it call more tools. They are all like Taskmaster tools, MCP tools, and they calling tools, and they have some report. I didn't check. Why should I check? Yeah, I have my whole team here, like Taskmaster doing. Yeah, Claude for Sonnet is my like software engineer. So. Yeah.
How much you gonna pay them?
I mean, $20 per month, I guess.
From your own money.
No, this is company money. Actually, yeah. Sorry, Elda, about this. Yeah, Elda is my director. Yeah. Anyway, it's breaking down tasks. Like, so what is expand task doing? So expand task. I remember that like in the MCP, I cannot show, but like I provide my Anthropic API key, my personal Anthropic API key, and Perplexity API key. So it will using this Anthropic model, and it will using that agent to break down the task and break down task to subtasks. So that's why it's called for quite a long time now. So yeah, so it think that like task 8 and task 7 and task 12 is pretty high complexity, and so it will break down into tasks. And it's quite take a long time. Yeah, Anthropic, quite slow. Yeah. Well, okay, we can check something else. I don't know what to show.
I think recently, like Cursor also like add some to-do features. Like
yeah, actually, okay. I don't know if anyone already use Cloud Code.
Yeah.
But the concept of Cloud Code is that like it always, like Cursor, but it's always breaking down what you said into tasks, and then it will implement it. That's why I think that's one of the reasons why Cloud Code is quite more efficient than Cursor in terms of coding. But of course, like Cursor is sometimes like has some UI here and it's easy to use, something like that. Yeah. So okay, excellent. We have some broken the 3 tasks. Okay, stop it. I don't want to have more subtasks. So we can see here, probably in task 7 here, it breaks down into subtasks. So let's see like what task 7 do. Like implement answering step with Claude or Gemini. So it breaking down like setup, API integration, design context. That's good. Develop some citation aware prompt engineering. Okay, this is good. I don't even know how to do that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it actually break down into tasks. Okay. So I want to show one more thing. Here is that. How can I? Okay. Nice work. It deserved, man. Can we start implementing now? Let's build this together from task 1.
Is there a limitation to the level of subtask? Can you have subtask inside subtask?
I don't try. Why don't we do it
I
right now?
don't think this is a smallish one. Cannot have a subtask in this one. It sounds like a very small one. It's not a big one, so there's no need to create a subtask here.
Yeah, I also think that most likely the concept itself is that like already create tons of tasks based on what you want, and if you create like subtasks and then subtasks of that, it's gonna be quite noisy, I guess. So okay, so let's see what the agent do. So okay, it's perfect, nice. Get task. So it's get task number 1 ID 1. Okay. This is like set up React, okay, and set task status into in progress. So better than Zaira. So
Is there a UI for this?
UI for this? Actually, we do have.
Yeah.
I can show.
I have the same question.
Yeah.
No, they don't have UI, but their terminal thing is quite easy to look, quite visual. So for example,
this is great for us as developer, right? But
Yeah.
then I need to talk to my PM and say, hey, I'm doing this, I'm working on that, and so on, right? And we should agree on kind of like tasks and stuff like that. So if they could see that I think that'd be great because you still
yeah, that actually sounds pretty great. Actually, I don't know. Actually, we can build. We can build for Alpha Sans. Why not, man? Actually, but like I can show you this. So I use the command taskmaster list, and it has some pretty good looking.
Here it is.
Yeah. So I don't know what it call. This call is like text or visual.
yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. So it's saying that like, oh, this one is in progress.
Cool.
So my PM, Anush, he just need to most likely come to the terminal and type. But like, of course, if we build like some UI on top of this, probably it's a good idea. And yeah, something like that. Okay. Yeah, but it can also suggest next step, something like that. It's pretty nice. Thank you. Okay, let's go back to my software engineer. What are you doing? Okay, so it's creating the front end folder. Okay, it has some index, service, components, layout, UI, chat, whatever it's called. Okay, it's creating the app, and what is it doing? It's still working nice.
Short questions. If you are going to be manager, are you going to micromanage or?
Of course, why not?
Letting you micromanage, come back to my previous question, right? You kind of have to manipulate the task plan.
Yeah.
You want to micromanage.
Yeah.
You,
So
you,
like
you
if you,
stop them
if
when
you need
they
to change the scope of some task,
Yeah.
what is going to happen during the run? So like it's like running task 1 now,
Yeah.
but after task 1 you think like it's not that good, you want to change it.
Yeah, that is also like one of the drawback that I'm about to say about this thing. Like if you have a feature or you have a project or something like that, like it's most likely to be changed. The requirements most likely to be changed frequently. Then this type of way of working might not be suitable in that situation. And of course, it's as I'm doing right now. It's like I put the whole PRD there, and it works like basically it works. And the tool itself is designed to like doing the whole PRD, not doing the whole, not doing just one simple task and then the next task, or like if the features have to be like changed quite a lot, and it's not usable for that. I to be honest.
So
But-
we follow the waterfall method, not agile.
I think yes. The tool itself, I guess yes.
It'll
But
be I think it'll be a bit too difficult to follow agile because you kind of need another either an agent or a human to do
Kind of
all
supervise.
and then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
use multiple agents.
yeah, but that is also one thing that I will come back to this. What are they doing? Just running
don't,
things.
don't micromanage them, man.
Let them do the job.
Fuck. Like other software engineers, so stupid. No offense, everyone. Yes. Okay. I think that's it for the quick demo. It's also run out of the context. But like I can't show you guys. So
Great demo.
yeah. But I not stopping yet. So in here is the same PRD. I already have some tasks, and let's check the task master list and what it have done. Okay, so in here, this project, I'm just vibe code with this guy, Claude 4, and this taskmaster tool, and it created for me the project, and I do it in 3 hours around that. Actually, I don't do anything. I just wait. Yeah, I just wait and I just like type something and then I talk with friends and like drink.
Break production.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you fix that? Please deploy. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I already done the 8 tasks. So I already set up things. I already like implement. Not I, but like Cursor already implement things, and it create a pretty good like project for financial agent demo. So I can show you guys the architecture diagram here. Where's it? Okay. Fucking hell. How can I use this? Okay. So as you can see in the flow here, so like user can send a message in the front end. Nothing to say about the front end. Let's go to send a post request to the backend. And the backend is first step is doing with LangChain. It's like planning the step. So what is planning here? So if I ask a question about what is the future of Apple, it will create like sub questions of, so basically we are thinking about like using LLM at all, and it taskmaster breaking down one thing into like 10 tasks, and I'm here doing like breaking down one question of user into 3 or 5 questions, sub questions, and then I put into parallel search into Perplexity AI and Firecore, and to search for the documents online or any data as a context online, and then I will use that as a context, provide with the sub questions of user, and put into Gemini to create a answering step and give back the final answers. That's it. A quite simple flow, and yeah, that's it.
What is that script folder?
Script folder, where is it? Oh, script folder is actually a part of Taskmaster. So in here we have example PRD, as I already showed you guys. Example PRD and some README for ourselves.
So the taskmaster generate the whole script folder?
It's being not generated by AI, but it's being default generated. So like it has some README, some example PRD. Whenever you init the you type the taskmaster in it, it will generate this script folder. It will add some rules. For example, in here we have WinServe rules. So it could also serve for WinServe also. And we have cursor rules. These folders have a lot of rules, as I already presented about the rules, and some MCP, something like that. Okay, let's go do one thing I want to show. Let's run this app. So CD financial demo, just this one. CD backend, CD front end, run that. What? Okay, so in this part, okay, so remember, I don't do any coding. This is everything from Cursor. So let's have some questions. I want to ask, what is the future of Nokia? So let's wait a bit. Of course, I have some logging here. Okay, it's scraping some URLs using Firecores, taking to a look at the Investopedia, some like financial page, finance.yahoo. If anybody like think Yahoo is already dead, it's not. It's just not famous anymore.
So are those data scraping is like a public data or?
Yeah, they're all public data, and like this is just a demo and it's quite small project doing in 3 hours. So it's and not I don't actually do the code.
You don't even look at the code?
Yeah, I don't even look at the code actually. I don't even read. Even the dot diagram, I told like agent to generate for me. I don't even. Of course, like all the planning step, I told them to do that. Okay, it seems like it's already success. Let's see the answers. Okay, I can zoom it out a bit. So it's saying that like Nokia future appear to focus on expanding its leadership in private wireless
Too long
industry.
didn't read, please.
What?
Put a too long didn't read.
Yeah.
Put a 200. What?
Too long didn't read. TLDR.
Yeah, should put it on the top.
Let AI summarize for you.
Ah.
Just kidding, just kidding.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't get it. Sorry. Yes. So let's not care about this too much. But like it's also like saying about Nokia aiming to whatever it called, like strategy, key project, market. Okay. Not that interesting. Nokia is not doing well, I guess. That's it. For the quick demo, it's not that quick, but okay demo. So I have a few more slides. Let's go through it quick. So, okay. So the benefits of using this Taskmaster is actually I can stand. Why not? Benefits of using Taskmaster, of course, like using any AI tools or all the stuff, is improve the productivity. It's even improve more than Cursor. So it's able to reduce the development from days to hours. As we can see in the demo, I just do it in 3 hours. Manage the entire project context without losing the focus. Why is that? So remember, we have a file, or we have a folder of tasks, and we have a file like tasks.json, and we have tons of rules. So that tons of rules always remind the agent to always read the task file. So making the agent always aware of what they are doing. They are doing the tasks. So that is why like it's like reduce or avoid like losing focus. And yeah, convert project into manageable tasks. Workflow optimization, structure tasks. Okay, that's quite structured. AI determine next task. That's good. So sometimes like it just automatically do the next task for me. I don't need to go. I'm cooking and then I don't need to go back and okay, let's do the next task, and I'm cooking again. I don't need to do that. I'm just cooking and it already do like 3 tasks for me. So that's a good thing. And yeah, so mostly about mostly so that is basically it. Research by subtask generation using Perplexity. I didn't try the tool that much to see it calling Perplexity AI, but like it asks for Perplexity API key, and it can like research by using that. And yeah, that's the benefits. And also that's the about the drawbacks. And Ming, it's already bring out the point, and you also bring out the point of that like it's not actually suitable for the project that being changing quite a lot, or it's like not so agile, and not also like first thing is not suitable for doing a single task. So if you are an engineer and then you're in a team and then you have a task to do, and that task it take 1 day, probably it's not that suitable to doing this tool, using this tool or something like that, and also like not suitable for agile project or something like that. So this is why I don't. Actually, I didn't introduce this to my team in other sense, because like it might be not that suitable, because my team in other sense do no planning at all. We just do the task. Everything is changing all the time. Yeah.
Why you give this seat?
And of course, like cost and privacy is also like one thing. So imagine like you put a lot of cursor rules. So it means context tokens to the cursor, and then it will like increase number of tokens that you use in cursor. And also like of course you cannot use random AI tools for company without permission, because Taskmaster will require Atopic API key and also Perplexity API key. And then if your company don't provide that, then probably please don't use it. Yes.
It cannot use the motor of the cursor.
I don't know, but most likely not. Yeah, it's not designed for that yet. Hopefully in the future it will. But so Taskmaster is a good tool, but actually, do we actually need it? Of course, no. Well, yes, but actually no. So, but we can learn from its pattern. So what I want to introduce to everyone here is that like not the tools itself, but like the way it being built and the ideas of like the tools. We don't have to like use the tools itself, but like we can bring the ideas of like, for example, very simple ideas of like creating plan, creating tasks before implementation. So if you have a task for like 2 story points, something like that for the company, of course, like the first thing we can do is that like if we don't know the code base, we can ask Cursor to explain the code base. But like we can always, like Cloud Code is doing, is like we ask them to plan like, let's create about like 2, 3, 4, 5 tasks from this requirement, and then you check the list of the tasks. You can put the task into a markdown file and have the checkbox there, and then you check it and you think everything is reasonable, and then you ask Cursor to implement the task one by one, and it will, of course, will create a better result than you just like ask the Cursor to do the task. So yeah, and idea of using Cursor rules. Yes, so I think Cursor rule is like, I can see in the first in the initial phase of the presentation is that like we do the quiz and everybody is already knows about Cursor rules. So of course we should have like dev workflow for your repo practice. So for example, the repo is about like Sang already said, like repo is about like using Next.js or like React. He pointed out quite multiple times about like please not using UseFake, and he put that into the Cursor rules, and yeah, we can always do that for our repo. And yes, quite a good idea about Taskmaster. I need to take a look more. I didn't read the rules, to be honest. I asked AI to summarize it. But basically, self-improve rules and also like standards of rules is also a very good idea of like making the agent can self-improve it. And yes, and idea of creating MCP server and Cursor rules to support dev experience, like including task management, best practice, something like that. To you, your team, or like even your company, it's a good idea, I guess. If it's create a big impact, promotion is waiting for you. Let's all become senior, staff engineer, something like that. If you're a startup builder, it can of course like increase your productivity quite a lot. So this slide is the thing that I want like to share the most, because like we are talking about like its patterns and its ideas of like how to use the agent, AI coding agent. So that is actually the end of the presentation. So discuss. Thanks everyone. So yeah. So any question?
Any compliments about memes?
Yeah.
It's been
like
it's been telling me like the whole day. It's like, look at the memes and like look at Candy. Like
yeah. Yesterday evening, like when I'm doing the slides and Kevin's doing the coding, I keep like annoying him about like, look at this meme, man.
The MCP, is it provided by Taskmaster?
Yes, so Taskmaster is provide the command line, the MCP. The command line and the MCP actually quite the same thing. So you can use whatever you want. But the MCP produced, so agent can use. The command line is produced, so we can use. So that's two different things. But like they are basically the same tools. What we have in command line, we have in the same MCP tools. And here, and another important part, I'm saying quite a lot again, but another important part is like the rules that like Taskmaster is building for the agent. Like those rules like keep the agent is on track, on tasks, something like that. So that's what makes the tools, the whole tools, quite okay to being like building something.
What does Taskmaster use the API key for?
API key for? So in the command line, there's a command like parse PRD, which is like breaking down the PRD into tasks. That cannot be done without AI or without LLM. So that's why we need that API key for, because it serves the purpose that like if we like the agent cannot, for example, like we don't use cursor, we just use taskmaster and then we parse the PRD in our command line. Of course, like it has to access to some API in order to call it.
Yeah, there are many API keys, API AI providers, and each one can have multiple models. Can we pick which project manager we want?
I think of course, like just don't put all the API key. For example, like if you like Gemini, then you provide Google API key, and not others. And if you like Claude, then you provide Anthropic API key, not others. Something like
But
that.
there are many models for, let's say, for Google or for Anthropic. So
Oh, okay. You can configure it. I think you can configure it with env's environment variables. Yeah, it can be configured. It can be configured. Yeah. And actually, like task API key is not that important because it's only do the work of like breaking down from PRD to tasks or breaking down tasks into subtasks. That's the only thing that those API keys serve for. And all the coding thing is done by our cursor agent. Yeah.
Instead of Taskmaster using the API key to do the prompt, can we maybe make some rules for cursor so cursor understand Taskmaster and then actually run those things and then use, because it's just command line and then a bunch of files anyways.
I think of course we can do that. So Taskmaster. So what I'm trying to say in the last slide is that like we don't take like the tool Taskmaster important. We only take the concept of like breaking down tasks from something important and also like using cursor rules to like making that workflow better or like making the agent on track. So of course we can always build the Taskmaster on ourselves without any like restriction or like without customization or like without team in the company or like without the company. So like I think the tool itself is actually quite easy to be being built because as I said, it's only about tools and the cursor rules. So that is like the only two main things of this Taskmaster tool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can actually put like the Taskmaster commands into cursor rules, and whenever you initialize like one cursor project, maybe the cursor rules will like run Taskmaster by itself. So you don't actually need to run Taskmaster on your own, but then cursor will actually like do that for you. I think that's also possible.
Yeah, that's what they did. So like this is the rules file, and they document the tools of Taskmaster. Complete reference of Taskmaster system. So that's actually what they did, and yeah. But yeah, we can do that. Okay. Any more questions? Of course, like we don't need to use the tool. We can always have a markdown file. As I said, we can always have a markdown file, and we put like we ask the cursor to like create tasks on that markdown file. I'm seeing in alpha sense. I just saw a staff engineer, actually not staff engineer, but like he's a staff AI researcher. He's doing the whole refactoring of a very important repo, all like Vibe code with Cloud code. And what he's did is that like he create some couple of markdown files of like tasks and implementation plan and change log, whatever it is, in order to like guide Cloud code to like do the refactoring. He do all the refactoring like with vibe coding and all this stuff. And he's like big fan of vibe coding right now.
How big of a scope is that project? Like, do you actually?
So that's repo named deep research. Yeah, so that is like one of the critical feature in Alpha. I think that's the most critical thing right now.
Do you have to touch like very deep into?
No. That guy is actually AI engineer, or I don't know, but like we only like being using the model. So as an AI engineer, I think, and we use like we create a like graph rack for it, like we using line graph, something like that, and then we so basically interact with the model. We don't like do some fine tune or training or something like that. Yeah.
You mentioned about self-improving. Is it happen like in every process of the workflow?
I don't think so. I think it will be improve itself. If self-improving is basically updating the cursor rules or creating a new cursor rule. So
It's not
it,
affecting BID.
no, it's not. Like it's about. But I think it's when it need something like that. Like it's. I also don't know. I don't experience this tool that much, but I just think that's an okay idea that we can try to use in our cursor rules. Yeah. Actually,
Quick question: if you need to do that finance like exercise application by yourself without vibe coding, how long it would take you?
I don't know, probably days. Like if no AI agent at all, then probably days. Imagine like set up things and then creating services and something like that. Could be days, I guess.
Are there any ways that you can actually evaluate, like not you evaluate, but like the taskmaster can evaluate itself, like on the results of the task? So basically, like you can check like the results and then self-improving based on kind of like all these like outputs of the tasks. Is it possible?
Please wait one sec. I need to show you guys this. This is very important. Wait. Hơi nóng. Okay, what is your question again? Sorry.
Can either taskmaster or cursor agents self-evaluating all these different tasks, and maybe evaluate, like maybe self-improving themselves based on these kind of like automated like evaluation?
For now, no. So there's no step like that, like self-evaluate. Probably no. Of course, we can evaluate from ourselves. But just one thing. I mean, of course, we can create a step of evaluate and stuff like that. Okay, connect. Good rồi. Okay, so everybody, this is like a QR code of like feedback form. So, but like if you guys have any question, please ask anything. Yeah. If no, then please give us one small feedback, just 4 questions, I guess, some couple questions for the feedback, and we feel free to talk to each other. Thanks, everyone. Yeah.